50-year-old self, or even my 60-year-old self, there are some things I would tell her. Not about money, not about wrinkles, and definitely not about trying to look younger. I would tell her things about her health, her body, her stress, her strength, and how she wants to live the next chapter of her life. I'm 73 years old now, and there are 5 things I understand today that I wish I had understood much earlier. And I especially want to share these with women in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond, because I think it's never too late to start taking care of yourself. So today I'm sharing these things that I wish I knew before I turned 73. Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Carolyn. I spent 42 years as a teacher, and nutrition was one of the subjects I taught. Today I'm a doctor of natural medicine and a holistic health practitioner. But perhaps the most important qualification I bring to this conversation is simply this. I'm 73. I've lived through many of the same changes that other women experience as we get older. Our bodies change, our energy changes, our priorities change, and eventually many of us begin asking a different question. Instead of asking, how can I look younger, we start asking, how can I feel good and stay independent for as long as possible? That's the conversation I want to have on this channel. I don't believe healthy aging is about fighting age. I believe it's about supporting the body we have today so that we can continue living, learning, laughing, traveling, spending time with people we love, and doing the things that give our lives meaning. And I wish I had understood that much earlier. So let's start with number 1. Muscle is one of the most important things to protect as we age. For years, like many women, I thought mostly about weight. What does the scale say? Have I gained? Have I lost? Will my clothes still fit? And the real question is, how strong am I? I wish I would have paid more attention to that. So as we get older, maintaining this muscle becomes increasingly important. And this isn't just about having toned arms or looking fit. Muscles help us do the ordinary things that allow us to remain independent. Getting out of a chair, walking upstairs, carrying groceries, maintaining our balance, getting up from the floor, opening a heavy door, traveling, playing with grandchildren, living in our own homes. These things require strength. And one of the biggest changes I would make if I could go back would be to start thinking about strength much earlier. I would stop asking only, how much do I weigh? And start asking, how strong am I? Women sometimes become afraid of strength training because we think we need to go to a gym and lift huge weights. We don't. Strength can begin very simply. It might be standing up and sitting down from a chair several times, using resistance bands, carrying groceries, walking, using light dumbbells, doing wall push-ups. The important thing is giving our muscles a reason to stay strong. Nutrition matters here too. As we age, getting enough high-quality protein becomes especially important for maintaining muscle. So today, I think about aging differently. I don't just want a smaller body, I want a stronger body. Because strength gives us something incredibly valuable as we age, freedom. Number 2, your nervous system affects more than you realize. The second thing I wish I had understood earlier is how much chronic stress affects the body. For many years, I thought stress was mostly emotional. You feel worried. You feel overwhelmed. You have a stressful day. Then the stress is over. But our bodies don't always work that way. When the nervous system constantly receives the message that something is wrong, the body can remain in a state of alert. And that influences things like sleep, digestion, muscle tension, appetite, and how we feel overall. Think about how many women spend decades taking care of everyone else. Children, spouses, parents, jobs, homes, responsibilities, appointments. All of these things. We become very good at taking care of everybody. But sometimes we aren't very good at allowing ourselves to slow down. I wish I had learned earlier that rest isn't laziness, and calming the nervous system isn't something you earn after you've finished everything else. It's part of taking care of your health, and it doesn't have to be complicated. Take a slow walk, sit outside, pray, meditate, read, listen to calming music, practice slow breathing, spend time with someone who makes you laugh, put your phone down, give yourself 5 quiet minutes. One of my favorite simple practices is slow breathing. You can inhale gently, pause, exhale slowly, and simply allow your body to settle. Sometimes health isn't about adding another supplement. Sometimes it's about giving the body the message. You are safe. You can slow down now. Number 3, your body is always communicating with you. Number 3 is something I wish every woman understood. Your body is constantly communicating with you. We often ignore the little signals. We're tired, so we drink more coffee. Our digestion doesn't feel right, so we live with it. We don't sleep well, but we say, that's just what happens when you get older. Our joints hurt. Our energy drops. We don't feel like ourselves. And eventually, we begin accepting things as normal because we've experienced them for a long time. I wish I had learned to become curious about my body instead of frustrated with it. Instead of saying, what's wrong with me? Ask, what is my body trying to tell me? Maybe it needs better nutrition. Maybe it needs more movement. Maybe it needs more sleep. Maybe it needs hydration. Maybe it needs less stress. Maybe something needs to be evaluated by your healthcare provider. Our bodies are remarkably good at giving us information. The question is whether we're listening. And this is especially important as we age. Don't automatically dismiss a change because you're getting older. Pay attention. Ask questions. Keep learning. And when something is persistent, unusual, or concerning, talk with your healthcare professional. You know your body better than anyone else. Become a student of it. Number 4, small daily habits matter more than perfect health. So, number 4, maybe one of the most important freeing lessons I've learned. You don't have to do everything perfectly. The wellness world can make health feel incredibly complicated. Take this supplement. Don't eat that food. Do this exercise. Follow this diet. Buy this device. Wake up at 5 in the morning. Meditate. Journal. Walk. 10,000 steps a day. Drink the perfect amount of water. And pretty soon, trying to be healthy becomes stressful. But I've come to believe something much simpler. What you do consistently matters more than what you do perfectly. A 10-minute walk matters. Choosing a nourishing meal matters. Going to bed a little earlier matters. Drinking water matters. Doing a few strength exercises matters. Taking 5 minutes to breathe matters. Calling a friend matters. Getting outside matters. None of those things seem dramatic, but health is built through what we repeatedly do. You don't have to completely change your life Monday morning. Choose one thing. Maybe this week you start walking for 10 minutes. Maybe you add more protein to breakfast. Maybe you start going to bed 30 minutes earlier. Maybe you practice slow breathing for 5 minutes each morning. Then when that becomes part of your life, add something else. You don't have to do everything perfectly. You need consistency. And number 5, it is never too late to begin again. This may be the most important lesson of all. It is never too late to begin again. I think sometimes women reach a certain age and quietly begin believing, well, this is just how it's going to be now. Maybe you've gained weight. Maybe you've lost strength. Maybe your energy isn't what it used to be. Maybe you haven't taken care of yourself the way you wish you could have. You cannot go back and change what happened at 40 or 50 or 60. Neither can I. But you can decide what happens next. At 73, I'm still learning. I'm still changing. I'm still setting goals. I'm still asking, what can I do today that will help me live better tomorrow? And that's the question I want you to ask yourself. Not why didn't I start sooner, but what can I start today? Maybe you're 52. Maybe you're 67. Maybe you're 73 like me. Maybe you're 82. Your starting point doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Start where you are. Use what you have and take the next small step, because getting older doesn't mean your meaningful years are behind you. There is still more to life to live. So those are the 5 things I wish I had understood earlier. Number 1, protect your muscle and your strength. Number 2, take care of your nervous system. Number 3, listen to what your body is telling you. Number 4, focus on small, consistent habits instead of perfection. And number 5, remember that it is never too late to begin again. If you're a woman in your 50s, 60s, 70s, or beyond, I want this channel to be a place where we learn how to age differently. We'll talk about nutrition, strength, stress, digestion, sleep, healthy habits, holistic approaches to supporting your body as we get older. But most of all, I want to remind you that you still have choices. Your age is part of your story. It doesn't have to define what the rest of your story looks like. So I'd love for you to tell me something in the comments. How old are you, and what is one thing you wish you had known about your health 10 years ago? I think we can learn a great deal from each other. And if this is the kind of conversation you've been looking for, subscribe and join me. I'm Dr. Carolyn, and I'll see you in the next video.